This is the show that holds no punches. No topic is taboo. Antonio Bluevein threw out the challenge. He wanted to see one of the SFA's hard men come under Turbo's torch. Welcome to the hot seat, Ned Flanders.
Yeah, mate.
Okay, so you know how it works. I ask the questions, you answer. No padding, no bullshit. Just get it out raw and honest, or I'll turn the torch up. Ned, have you been prepped for any of the questions I'm about to ask?
No, I haven't.
I saw you tore up the form from Barely Legal and throw it on the ground.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, that's okay though, because you've got your DNA all over it now, so we're covered. Ned, are you ready?
Bring it on.
Time starts now. You have had Natural Dumbass and T. Jaster as your captains. Which of these most influenced your game?
None of them. They're both absolutely freaking useless. Natural Dumbass basically nearly single-handedly destroyed the Furies with his incompetence on and off the field. And as for T. Jaster, I think that travesty of a podcast that he did talking to himself and to what the hell what T. Jaster is, that's still scarring me. So but I'm actually surprised I can still footy after having played under both of them.
Yeah, I agree. I feel your pain, brother. Okay, you've been captain of the Furies, and the Bombers, and the Bears, and the Dragons.
Yeah.
Which is the next club that needs some tough love leadership?
I've actually been thinking about that, and, you know, I'm looking at these expansion sides, and I think what they basically need is for me to come in and sort them out, you know. Like, the Vamps, where are they? Absolutely mute. I haven't heard shit about them for weeks. And as for the Serpents, we had a few press releases with jumpers and a few, you know, blokes I've never even heard of. But where are they? Hearing nothing. You know, if they want to be in the SFA, be in the SFA. Front up, start throwing a few punches and show your presence around.
Has anyone told the Vampires we don't play night games? I mean, they're screwed from the start, aren't they?
Well, you know, this whole Pennsylvania thing, you know, what's with this bloody American club thing? We're in sweep. It's not bloody Texas or where the frick Pennsylvania is. You know, people have got to get their ass out of their head out of their ass, and get back to sleep.
All right, so you got the Vampires and the Serpents, and, you know, there's all this talk about expansion. Right now, having listened to all the arguments, are you an expansionist or are you anti-expansion right now?
Right now, I'm not. I haven't been in favour of expansion for a while because I think there are way too many useless blogs still polluting lists that we need to get rid of and need to cull out. And before we do that, no point putting in new teams. That said, putting my official hat on, I'm also the committee rep for the Furies, and the Furies position may or may not be different to my own. So that's yet to be decided.
All right, so with this expansionism sort of going on, I've seen the main issue being with clubs is they're not happy with the thought of losing players to the expansion big clubs. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that they just got to suck that up if it's going to happen, clubs have got to lose players, or do you think these expansionists need to, you know, work themselves out?
Firstly, clubs lose players all the time. You know, I've been trying to get rid of bloody This Is Anfield for years.
Are you about to say T. Jaster then?
Oh, I tried to get rid of him last year as well. You know, do you know how many people declined the offer? I went to 8 clubs. None of them wanted him. It was bloody embarrassing. I ended up stopping.
Was that after his podcast, though?
Oh, unfortunately, yeah. You know, it might be a coincidence. But,
what's the most dim sims you've put down in the single setting?
About 18.
18?
Yeah. Don't mind dumplings, so not the steamed dim sims, but steamed dumplings. Steamed dumplings are bloody awesome.
In the Furies Operation Nuclear of Season 28, you went hard at your Jaster, and you even got to the point where you publicly had your foot on his throat and you pressed down.
Yeah.
Now, many posters got pretty angry, and the mob was out to get you.
Pretty much.
Do you think now that we've moved on and all these detractors realise you were just fucking brilliant playing the bad guy?
There were a few apologies going all around from both sides. I had to mend a few bridges, and, you know, to be fair, a few guys fronted up and said, no, they got me fucking wrong, and, you know, but it was fun. we knew what we're getting ourselves into, and that's one of the things I think when people talk about going hard in the league, one of the things you've got to appreciate is if you're going to be an arsehole, you're going to get a bit back. So we knew exactly what was going to happen. It blew up a bit harder than I expected, I have to admit, but it was fun. And the most annoying thing was every time I tried to, tap the brakes and pull the jets and make things a little bit more steady on this, bloody TJ would be going out fanning flames and then the pity party and then the PMs would start. And Christ, it was a little fucking doing that whole thing.
That was fun.
Oh, you weren't getting the PMs.
No, I was the good guy. I was getting PMs, but they were PMs of support.
What got me was everyone didn't like TJ. He was someone loving freak who, was a bloody little Pokemon boy, and no one was a big fan of him. Then suddenly I start beating the shit out of him, and he's the patron saint of the All the Sweet FA, I even got asked, why isn't he in the All SFA side? It was because he was shit that year.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Oh, God. Okay. Elton John's wig has been making multiple media threads about being available to join another club, but he still has not declared a club he's going to. Do you believe he is available to the best recruitment, or is it just a scam to generate media about himself?
I think it's a bit of a yes and a no. Yes, I do think he's leaving, and he will go somewhere. The no part is he's still got that whole wonder thing invested in his brain. So what you've basically got is him just being the consummate all me wonder out there whoring himself, and it's just me time. I can guarantee he logs onto his computer every 5 minutes looking for the like button to see, and he's following his own threads. I guarantee he's following his own threads to see how many people are dropping in, who's liking his posts, all because it's me time for him. Whatever club picks him up, you're going to have to de-wonder this guy. I'd take him out the back, get the fire hoses out, get him drunk, throw some skanky girls his way, get rid of this bloody bottled wine, shit, get him out of the goon. You're going to have to de-wonder this guy.
You just convinced me he should be joining the Furies with that.
Oh,
that's our weekly norm.
We are the anti-wonders. And, to be frank, for the guy's sanity and long-term health, he should come to us. But, whether he can get over talking about himself, looking at himself, handballing to himself, who knows. But, yeah, I'm sure he'll create another media thread about himself in the next day or two, so we'll see what happens.
Well, talking about wonders, do you think it's a coincidence that Ampere, Bono, Wiggs and Ding are all leaving at the same time?
No, because the Wonders are bloody shit trucks. You go there, and unless you're willing to suck your own junk, other than Bono loves the joint, and I'm actually stunned he's leaving because he is the ultimate wonder. But
but he gets to be a ruck at the Bears.
That's the sad thing. He is so far up himself that he is the ultimate wonder, but he puts himself above the Wonders still pursuing the whole ruck fantasy of his. He is a B-grade ruckman. He's never been an all SFA first-string ruckman, never will be, and he's going to destroy clubs doing this. And I'm all for it because he's not coming to the Furies, so our ruck division will be fine. We've still got you throwing your weight around, and I don't know what the Warriors are thinking. They've picked up bloody dumbass as well. People think we're a rabble. What the hell are they doing these days? Tiff, he's got serious... I actually think he's going to be the new Wayne's World 19 Tiff. That's early prediction. He's headed down that path.
He's going to the dark side big time then.
Right, dark side, he's off subside, but who the hell recruits these two? Seriously, it's just wrong.
The committee helps sort issues and vote on many issues to keep the SFA going.
Yeah.
You're on the committee representing the Furies.
Yeah.
Are they a well-oiled machine that work together for the greater good, or are there people with their own agendas trying to manipulate discussions for the benefit of their own club?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth about what goes on in the committee. There's been a lot of shit spoken about the committee. I'm going to open up the doors, let the stink out, and let everyone know what goes on. First of all, Ampere's never there. he drops in every now and then, says hi, pulls a boat, then he just fucks off. I wouldn't even know what he looks like these days. They're that little. The Filth Wizard, if I had a buck for every time he reminds us that he wrote the rules of the bloody game, he's been in the game since bloody 1432, back when whatever the hell happened in the Battle of Britain or whatever, he will not shut up about the good old days, and everything has to be his way because he was the one who formed the league and he created bullshit. You know, at least when Mobs was there, Mobs would tell him to shut the fuck up because he created the league, and Filthy doesn't know what he's talking about, but yeah, it's always about the good old days and everyone has to listen to him because he knows everything. And then you got Wayne, and Wayne will always pick the contrary position and just argue for the sake of arguing. To be frank, it's Wayne going off on tangents and 11 other captains just throwing rocks at him these days. And look, I love chucking rocks at Wayne, so that's fun. You got Manane. I reckon Manane's trying to set himself up as the new age Filth Wizard. No, he's got a little bit of that about him, and he's beginning to throw his weight around. He's getting a bit of the Harry High Pants about him. It's a bit concerning. Any vestige of the Furies has been completely killed at the Demons now. You got Barry. Jumps up every now and then, and he'll say something, and then basically just pisses off Wayne and then runs off doing whatever he does when he hides in the corner. Ace Andy, I don't know what's going on with him. Ever since Ace Andrew or whatever his name is fogged up, he's been in witness protection. He's been hiding out there. Just like he won't come on the show, he doesn't come in the committee anymore. I've actually petitioned that we bring Ace Andrew in because the Dragons deserve someone who's going to, represent the club, front up, do the job. Who else have we got? Running out of captains here.
Just keep swinging and calling names.
The other one, of course, is the Injury Factory. Now, he is the one where Manane is trying to be the new Filth Wizard. The Injury Factory is trying to be the new bloody Ampere. He's eyeing that chair. Every time we come into the committee room, you just see him, he walks over that chair and he's sort of hanging around it at the top, and then he sort of sits back. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Ampere. I'd be watching your back. I'd be getting someone to taste your drinks because Tip's coming for you, and I reckon he fights dirty too.
Nice. Smiling assassin, eh?
Oh, very much so. Everyone thinks he's a nice guy and he does all this media shit, but seriously, the guy is out for power and he wants to be the bloody emperor of the league. Mark my words, there'll be a hostile takeover in the next 12 months.
Oh, well, we'll stay tuned for that. Okay, when you're brewing your goon at the Hippodrome, do you prefer metal or plastic bins?
Plastic. Metal's expensive. What the fuck am I going to get metal from?
Besides that, it rusts through the bottom of those metal cans in, 2 days, doesn't it?
Yeah, plus the wheelie bins, from council are free, so, you've got to use your brain, mate.
Righto. We Furies like the flog stuff.
Yep.
Which was your favourite thing we stole from the Bears, the team bus or the train?
The team bus, just because that one really pissed off Testy. He was so fond of that bus, and Josh did that nice little Photoshop with all their little smiley faces in the windows. Then we nipped it and we shat all over it, and bloody Josh and Testy wouldn't stop bitching ever since. So I love riding that thing out, fucking it up, and the shit, and just pissing them off in general.
Is there anyone you like in the SFA?
Not really. Let's look at it. I created bloody Stats Week just to piss Cadaver off because he was bitching about us. That's what we're there for in the SFA is people piss us off and we're going to fucking piss them off back.
You introduced a strict anti-half-hat policy at the Furies.
Bloody oath.
What is your beef with half-hats?
It's not a fucking hat. A hat is a brim with a fucking top on it. And a half hat is not a fucking hat. And you get bloody Jack Nah going on about her bloody half hats and her freaking tennis, and it's advocating bloody devil worshipping hats. They're not real hats. They're evil, and they should be eradicated. And if I see that shot at dinner one more time, that is Photoshop. Nah, Hardwick would never wear a half hat. He's too cool for that. And don't even start me on Jack Revolt. Jack Revolt wouldn't even spit on a half hat.
Righto. When we did our rookie seasons, we got shit, had to sleep in the dumpster, clean the boggers, and we got knocked around repeatedly. It was all tough love at the Furies, and you had to earn your spot on the field. Rookies now seem to be gifted prime positions, and people keep blowing wind up about them and doing threads about them and posts about them. What do you make of this rookie love fest that has crept into the SFA?
I don't even learn their names. Seriously, who are they? I call them rooks because they're not even worth the time for me to say rookies. It's an extra syllable I can't be fucking saying. They're little guys who most of the time just bugger off when people aren't kissing their ass non-stop for 5 minutes. As far as I'm concerned, they need to earn their dues before I'll even acknowledge them. Like, his mate finals now, I know who Piggy Smalls is. He's not just this fat little pork I see running around the club. He's Piggy Smalls, but he earned his name, he gets to keep it. The next set of rookies, I'll just be rook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Piggy did his apprenticeship. He slept out in the dumpster, was cleaning the visitors' boggers, and basically was the gopher for us. So, yeah, I like the lad. Okay, you've been waiting 4 seasons for Kays to deliver your McFillet of fish. Do you think you'll ever get it?
First of all, as I told my name, the T is silent. People, it's not a fillet of fish, it's a file of fish. F-I-L-E, file of fish. The T is silent, people. Now, my
file of fish.
My file of fish. I know shit. People don't, they think I'm a fucking idiot, but I know shit.
So you say target or Target? Maybe Target, wouldn't you?
Like that, you asshole. You know, you're just insulting me now. You know, I come from a bloody poor background. But anyway, with my pile of fish, Kaz was having a bit of a rough week. I've forgiven the debt. To be fair, I never expected him to pay back because the guy's a bloody Welshie flog. Yeah. But I'm going to be the nice guy. I'm going to show I'm the better man, and I'll forgive it.
Okay. So, talking about the Nangatang before, do you think he's going to be pissed off when he finds out at least 4 demons have joined the expansion clubs?
I just assumed the demons were folding, you know.
Yeah.
They were a club about, you know, what, eating cheese and pork and whatever the fuck goes on up at that mountain and fat chicks in spas, but now half of them are leaving. You've got Yaka can't even be bothered doing his flathead award properly anymore. Manang's on his power trip doing whatever the hell he does. I'm just expecting them to be folded into the Vamps or whoever the heck their players are off to. So, yeah, if I gave a shit about them, I'd be worried about the demons.
All right. Now, you often say you don't showboat, you're not a bath water drinking, auto-filleting flog.
Yep.
But you still get voted into the S29 People's Choice team. So whose dick are you kissing?
No, I actually lobbied against that. I actually sent freaking PMs to people requesting that shit not happen. And unfortunately, I found out I was blocked by 3/4 of the SFA, so that was good. And the other quarter told me to fuck off. So, no, I can only do so much. I was on record rejecting the one time I was put into all SFA, and bloody Les told me to get fucked. So, you know, kudos on him telling me to get fucked, but fuck you, Bless, for not taking me out of the side when I asked for it. But, yeah, no, I can only do so much.
Yeah. Okay, Dumbass gave you a day off last week. Does he own you now?
Mate, you can't even ban me for a full fucking day. No, I'm giving him shit. I've been waiting to be banned by these flogs. I've been giving him shit. I've been giving Blackie shit. I've been giving Whoosh before Whoosh finally came to a common sense and gave up being a mod on this truck board. I've been giving them all shit. And no matter what I say, they do nothing. Now, finally, he discovered that last remnant testicle that he's got somewhere down in his pants. And it didn't even last a full day. I think I lasted an hour and a half banned or some bullshit like that. So even the chief holds the guy in contempt. You know, other than the Richmond board and the SFA board, would any board be dumb enough to make this guy a mob?
Why are you such a cranky prick?
I'm not cranky. I'm in a good mood today.
Is that right?
Yeah. People just can't adjust to my personality, and, that's their problem. They can just fuck off as far as I'm concerned.
Right, let's see if we can change that then. Did your trade to the Bears come as a shock to you, or was it writing on the dunny wall?
Yeah, you and I are going to have a chat with it. There are about half a dozen fucking clubs who have approached me saying, Turbo's talking that you might be on the move. What the fuck are you trading me for, mate? I'm your vice captain, you arsehole. At least have a discussion with me before you're going to fucking knife me in the back. This is the sort of shit I'd expect from fucking Wacky Tiger, not from you.
It's good stuff. But I'm getting you to premium, you see, so I'm doing some good stuff. So what's your preference between the vampires and the snake people? You got a preference for them?
I fucking hate Twilight with a passion, so it would be Hato, Halves, and all of them over at the Serpents. Gay glittery vampires have no place in the SFA, and if these bids come up, after the Wonders, the bloody gay glittery vampires will be the one side I go out to destroy every season.
Righto, time is up. Thanks, Ned. And I have one last question. Who would you like to see in the hot seat next?
Well, simply because the dumbass couldn't fucking ban me properly. I want explanations as to how he's a fucking mod, how he became a fucking captain, how clubs keep recruiting him despite his hideous record as a Woody player, as a poster, and frankly, as a human being. Natural dumbass, get your fucking ass in here and apologise to the league once and for all for the human being that you are.
You heard it, natural dumbass. Have you got the courage to sit in the hot seat and prove yourself? This is Tiger Turbulence making it even hotter. SFA.